Hey, lovies, we've been cultivating our gardens of life. Our life is like gardens. We love a good garden metaphor over here. So we've been talking about making sure that we fertilize our garden, which is rest. Today we're going to be talking about our irrigation system. What keeps us going? What keeps us watered? What keeps our cups from being empty? Boundaries. Boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. Boundaries to our jobs, boundaries to our relationships, boundaries to our businesses, boundaries to our children. All of that keeps us watered and overflowing. How do we set boundaries, and what does that even look like? What does that even mean? A lot of times we think boundaries mean always saying no, being selfish, disappointing people, letting people down, and that's not boundaries. We cannot live our life based on the needs of others, okay? Based on everybody needing something from us. We cannot live that way. We live in a way that we pour from our overflow. And that's why boundaries are like an irrigation system, because it replenishes us. It gives us something to give. If we don't have anything to give, we're no help to anybody. We're no help to ourselves. We're no help to our children, our households, our spouses, our community. We're no help to anybody. So that's why we need to set boundaries. One boundary that I do have is that my phone goes off at 10 o'clock. It goes absolutely black and white. So it tells me, hey, we're not scrolling anymore. I'm putting boundaries around my time. I'm putting boundaries around my rest. I'm putting boundaries on myself. Like, listen, girl, you got to go sit down at 10 o'clock. It's a hard out at 10. Now, granted, I am filming this at 10:35, and I just turned that sleep contraction off for tonight, and I have good reason, because sometimes we have to pivot, and pivot is okay, but we have to keep those boundaries as tight as they could be, especially when we have so many people pulling from us. We can get depleted very, very easily. And that's why boundaries are so important. So it doesn't mean that you're letting people down. If people don't understand your boundaries, they're not meant to be in your garden. They're not meant to be around your garden. They are depleters. They are what we essentially call leeches. Um, and my thing, I was talking today, and I was talking about a friend of a friend who thinks that my friend has a friend that's not a friend, but calls herself a friend. To me, she's a leech. Then I talk to someone in the therapy field, and it's like, she's not a leech because your friend doesn't allow her to take from her. She is a leech. She's just not being fed. Okay. And I feel like she's a leech because she's taking emotional. Just because people are not taking things from you, they could take your time, your emotional stability, your emotions, period. They can be draining, right? You put boundaries there so they don't deplete you, okay? And the people like that in my life, I understand that I had put them in a place where they're not my friend. They could be an assignment, and I can be around them, and I can give myself and my talents and my giftings to them, and then I go home and replenish myself. I'm not there for a long time. I'm just there to complete my assignment for that day. And those are the boundaries that I have for certain people. Certain people do not get access to me after 6 o'clock. I do not talk to my clients or customers after 7 o'clock. I have very hard boundaries on it. I don't answer any phone calls before 8, unless they are family or friends. I don't do that. Those are boundaries, because I know me. I get depleted very easily because I go all the way in, right? If I am talking to you, I'm putting my phone down. I am present for you. I can't talk to you and be in your presence and then talk to my another friend on the phone. That's just not how I am. I'm 100% in on the person that I'm giving my time to at the moment. That's my boundary, okay? Because I know how much I give out, and I don't want to be depleted. If we don't have boundaries, some things will take over your life that are not meant to even probably be there. That's the thing about understanding your assignment and understanding who you are and what God has called you to do. Not called, He's assigned you. He ain't calling nobody. He assigned you to do. What has God assigned you to do? If it doesn't align, then let it go. Let it go. If you feel like it's draining, if it's not aligned, if you're not being replenished, if you're not being watered, let it go. If it's not helping you grow, let it go. Okay? This is why we need boundaries, because sometimes things are just over. They're drying you out. And boundaries are your protection. You have to protect your peace, your rest, your focus, your emotional capacity. My friend and I, we're very much into therapy, into how the mind works and how emotions work and behaviors of people. And we ask each other, do you have the capacity to hear this? Especially when we're going through a hard time. You don't know what other people are going through, so we have to ask each other, do you have the capacity to hear this today? And either it's yes, bring it on, or I don't think we ever said no, not because we had the we didn't have the capacity and just trying to people please. It's just like we never been there where we did. And we can read the room as well, right? So if I talk to my friend and she's talking about her day and what they did and what they didn't do, I know that is not the time for me to say anything about what's going on in my life. I'm there to listen. I'm there to listen, period. And then I'll figure out what I need to do from there. But that's boundaries. I'm setting boundaries, and this for my protection. So think about it. A fence doesn't hate animals. It's just protecting the harvest, right? That's what our boundaries are. We don't hate people. We don't hate doing things for people. We're just creating boundaries because that is what's needed at the time. I was really close to y'all. I had to back up. Our healthy boundaries create consistency. It lets people know what to expect, right? A lot of my friends know that they know I don't, unless it's emergency, I'm not talking on the phone after 7 or 8 o'clock. They know that it's my time to restore, that it's my time to rest, that it's my time to go to sleep. They know that I've set that boundary, right? And then some friends I know not to call before 12, like they're not functioning. Or I know that they, on their schedule, they have such and such, so I'm not bogging them down with phone calls. I know I have a friend that we text. You will not catch us on a phone call unless it's really bad. But that's our means of communication. And we know that we have set that boundary. And I have boundaries with my best of the best friends. I have boundaries with my family because that's what I need. That's what I need to thrive. If I'm not thriving, I'm not helping anybody else. I can't do what I do if I'm not thriving. I can't work properly in my assignment if I'm not thriving. If I'm dry, if I don't have my fertilizer, if I don't have my water, if I'm always giving, I cannot thrive properly. My garden will not grow. I will have nothing left to give, not even to myself. I will not be able to serve from overflow. I will be serving from depletion, and that looks very, very horrible. We don't want to do that. So the question for us today is, where in my life am I lacking? Where is my energy leaking? Where do I need to put in more fences? Where are the people or the things that are tearing up my garden? What little hole have they made that I need to patch up? Where are the holes in my life? They're where I need to put boundaries. Where are they? Ask yourself that. Be real with yourself. Is it people? Is it expectations, commitments, lack of structure? What is it? What is holding you back? Because whatever takes your time, whatever is making your energy leak, the garden is weakening. So what is it? What is it? Your distractions, what are those? It's making your garden weak. We don't want a weak garden. We want a thriving garden that can feed the masses, right? Remember, in a world full of chaos, always focus on the good. Until then, toodles.